Hi everyone, this is Devins Financial Weekly Stock Analysis Newsletter. Today is November 10th, 2013. Our newsletter is for your informational purpose only. We're not responsible for your gains or losses. Let's take a look at current market trend and our strategy. Your stock market uptrend is under pressure. Some leading stocks broke down with a high volume. That's an indication that institution is selling. My plan, I have already got out of all the long position. I'm totally in cash right now. I'm waiting for the next market move. If the market would bounce back up with a high volume, and I will get back in. However, if the market will continue go down, I will just stay out. Let's take a look at major indices and their charts. German DAX index is still in the uptrend. It made a new high. This is a very strong index. Shanghai Stock Exchange Index is back to the downtrend. It's back to the broke 50-day moving average. Right now it's in a downtrend. US Nasdaq index had a distribution days. This is a distribution day with a high volume down day. This is a high volume down day. So right now the uptrend is under pressure, but it's still not in a downtrend yet. The market still have a chance to go back up. However, if it will go down, break 50-day moving average, that would be very bad for this market. I don't know what the market is going to do next. I'm just playing defensive right now. Mid cap is also broke down the 10 and 20-day and 30-day moving average. On Friday, it bounced back up through the 20 and 30-day. But the volume when they go up is still lower than the volume when they go down. So right now, it's still a good idea to play defensive. Russell, this is a small cap. It holds the 50-day moving average. SP 500 held the 30-day moving average, still in the uptrend, but again, need to play defensive. Gold is in a downtrend. Gold cannot hold the 50-day moving average. It meet 50-day moving average and came down again. That's in the downtrend. Silver also in the downtrend. Gold mining stock downtrend. US dollar bounced back up. Crude oil downtrend. IYR is a US real estate index. This is in a downtrend. This index come down. MBB is a bond fund. Bond fund came down. That means interest rate is going up. So this has a MBB has a potential to go back to the downtrend again. That's not a good news for the housing market. SMH is a semiconductor index. It's still in the uptrend. It held the 50-day moving average. XLE energy ETF uptrend, but had a distribution. This is a high volume sell-off. This is not very good. XLF is a financial. It held 50-day moving average. This is very good news. Look at the volume on the up days. That's very high. On Friday, SLF really bounced. So that gives the market a hope. It perhaps from now, market has a good opportunity to go back up because XLF usually lead the general market. So if XLF on Friday can put up a show like this, and that give the market a hope to go back up. But we don't know for sure yet. We just wait for the market next move. I'm going to share with you three lists. One is a currently strong stocks. Most of them are too extended to buy. Another list is a strong stock is still in the buy range. We don't have a lot here. And then the third list are the stocks that broke down or are weakening now. Let's take a look. Currently strong stock. ACT is still strong. AEIS very strong. Align Technology very strong. This is a gap up and it's in the flat base. So if it can break above $60, that would be a breakout. AMBA still in the uptrend. Amazon in the uptrend, but those are the distribution signs, so you have to be careful. Amazon already filled this gap. That's not a good sign. If you have a gap up like this, you're supposed to go up. If you cannot go up and come down to fill the gap, that's not a good sign. BLK still in the uptrend, but this is not a good sign. This means it didn't make the previous high and came down. So the next leg is risky. So some of the stock already show sign of weakening, although it hasn't officially break the uptrend yet. CMG is in uptrend. CRM still in the uptrend, but this is not a good sign. This sign, it reached a new high but it could not close up. It just came down again, and a very pretty high volume. That's a warning sign. DDD is very strong. EXH very strong. FLS still in the uptrend. FNGN is in the uptrend. GNC uptrend. Google still in the uptrend. Jazz Pharmaceutical uptrend. Michael Kors uptrend. This volume is good. Up days, volume are high. Las Vegas Sand still in the uptrend, but it seems like it's pulling back toward 50-day moving average. Microsoft is very strong, and the weekly chart can also show it broke above the flat base. It broke the flat base here with a pretty high volume. New Skin still in the uptrend, but this sign is not good. The Thursday had a sell-off with a high volume. That's not a good sign. One has to be very careful with this. OII still in the uptrend. ORIG, this is very strong oil stock. Breakout from the flat base with a huge volume. This is a good sign. PRLB uptrend. It holds the 50-day moving average. But the volume on the down days is pretty high, so one has to be careful with this. Spirit Airline uptrend again has a one-day reversal with a huge volume. This is not a good sign here, so I would not touch that stock even though it's still in the uptrend. Starbucks uptrend. SFM uptrend, but had a one-day reversal on the Friday as well, so this is not a very good sign. SanDisk seems like it's pulling back, although it's still in the uptrend. Splunk, let's see if in next day, on Monday, it can hold 50-day moving average. This is risky. The Friday, it closed below and very close to 50-day moving average with a high volume. So if Monday it cannot bounce back up, that would be very risky. SunPower uptrend. Alta still in the uptrend. XY. This is XY is a 3D printing. It bounced above 50-day moving average. That's a good sign for that stock. Second list, the stocks near the buy point. Google is still near the buy point. Google breakout here with a huge gap up. So this is still in the uptrend. Schwab is a very strong stock. Gap up on earning right here and pull back a little bit, and Friday it break up again. This is high volume. So those Schwab is a very good stock in this current market. Let's take a look at the third list, stocks that broke down or weakening. Very, very bad. AFOP broke 50-day moving average. It's not a good sign. Celgene also broke 50-day moving average. It lived below 50-day moving average. This is a bad sign for that stock. One has to be very careful with that. C-Trip also below 50-day moving average. When they break down 50-day moving average, it's very high volume. That's a bad sign. HLF is been below 50-day moving average for a long time, so this is not a good stock to hold. LinkedIn also very risky now. See, look at this day when they came down, very high volume. This is not average investor selling. This is institution selling. So one has to be very careful with this. This stock already had a lot of gains. Now you have a lot of profit to take. So the people who bought here and now they see stock making this, that's when they're heading for the exit door. So we cannot hold stock like that. MELI gap down, high volume. So this is breaking down. This stock is breaking down. NQ is just crashing. No, bad stock. Don't buy it. OCN also came down with a huge volume. Look at this volume. As the stock came down, dropped down, this high volume of selling. This is institution selling. When the institution are selling a stock, we as individual investor just cannot get in their way. We have to run. We have to escape. Okay, you cannot hold a stock that institution are selling with that volume. QIHU, this is a stock had a trouble sign now because it was not able to move to touch the previous high. It just came down like this, and now it's below 50-day moving average. Trouble stock. Soda, this has been in a downtrend for a long time, had a high volume sell. Now it's breaking 200-day moving average. So bad stock. Don't buy it. Tesla is very troublesome now. Tesla broke 50-day moving average and lived below 50-day moving average. Seems like it's gonna make a comeback, but no, it didn't. So it came down again. When it come down, the volume is pretty high. So Tesla had a tremendous gain for the past year. It has ran up from $30 all the way to almost $200. So there's a lot of people make money in this area, and they're gonna head for exit door. So we have a lot of selling right now, so this stock you just cannot buy. You have to wait until it make a base. It could touch 200-day moving average, 200-day moving average, and then started making a base here. So we don't know where the support is right now. It's in a no man's land. It's just hanging there in the middle of it. It just can be anywhere. Find support. We don't know if Tesla can even find a support here. We just have to wait until see. There's nothing to be done in Tesla, so just wait. Yelp. Well, by the way, unless you know how to short, I mean this, you can short this here. So anyhow, Yelp. Yelp is also having trouble sign here. It couldn't make the previous high. It came down with a pretty high volume, break 50-day moving average. Trouble. Okay. What to do in this current market? First of all, do not buy stocks. Do not issue new long positions. Wait for the market to return to the uptrend. And for the existing long positions, I would just get out if the stock starts going down, or it starts break the support, such as major moving averages, especially 50-day moving average. If a stock break down 50-day moving average, that's a last line in the sand. You must sell. You cannot hold a stock like that. So anyhow, that's all for this week. See you next week.